in Zhuhai now, and we are going back to Qingdao, our hometown.
We're about to do our Le Mans start, so we're leaving Zhuhai, race 9, heading to Qingdao, heading home.
We're getting information of the Le Mans start, so lead skipper David Hartshorn is telling us where to go, which course.
1 minute, 10 seconds.
Start was really good. The crew all pulled together and did exactly as we planned and prepared. We found ourselves at the front of the fleet. We got over my shoulder here 4 other boats who were pretty close up here as well. So staying on this tack for quite a while. This is our making tack, so we're just trying to sail faster than everyone. Everyone's up on the high side and we're trimming like crazy, so just going for the mark as quick as we can.
Well, a little bit excited, of course, and also a little bit nervous.
We're going to Qingdao now, and it's my hometown, and also the hometown of all 11 Clipper 70s boats. They were all built there about 10 years ago, I would say. Can't wait, let's go.
So day 2 on Qingdao. It's been a fairly uncomfortable first couple of days. Last night was super interesting. We ended up passing an oil platform being towed by 2 tugboats. That was pretty cool. And then today the wind started picking up quite a lot. I think we had 36 knots of apparent wind, and the waves have been quite choppy and random, which makes helming quite difficult.
Pretty tough going, to be honest. Upwind sailing, really sailing tight to the wind. Makes for a pretty uncomfortable time. Got a few people, including myself, who aren't doing so good and suffering a bit of seasickness.
We are at the front. We've been at the front nearly from about a few hours in. It's not easy, we're not far in front. In fact, only 3.2 miles. So it's early days, very early, and we'll not get too excited about that yet.
We've been battling with Zhuhai and Halong Bay all night. Lots of wind shifts, lots of tacking. I don't think anybody has slept yet. I know I certainly hasn't. I haven't, Phil hasn't. Yeah, everything is wet, everything's very bumpy. The sea state's started to calm down a little bit now, which I guess is a sign of a little bit lighter wind for the start of the sprint. But yeah, it's been very bumpy, but the crew have been really good, keeping up morale.
Start of the race, we've been tacking and tacking and tacking. We have the ocean sprint right there, we can see it. Can we see it? No, I cannot see it, no, it's imaginary, so I cannot really see it, but it's right there. And yeah, looking forward to today's carnage, and looking forward for the guys that are not feeling well to get better. That's my main will. I'm gonna be praying for that.
So just a roundup, we've just finished the ocean sprint. It's been windy, choppy, quite wet at times. How we're going to do, we won't know until the results come out at the prize giving, but hopefully it's enough that we'll get a position there in that sprint. As far as I can see, still in first place. We've made good progress, good speeds. Nothing to complain about. Keep up with good work. Work hard. Go faster, go straighter. Day 5 and racing is difficult to say the least. We've had some great sailing leading up to this, and then overnight we had terrible wind holes and very, very shifty wind. So unfortunately we come out the wrong side of it, and several boats managed to get ahead of us, but at the minute we have managed to find a little bit of wind after yet another hole, and we're trying to get sails set, make best speed back out of this again to try and make some ground, catch up on those that managed to get past us earlier.
We got ourselves into light airs, very localized weather under clouds. We were in first place, and now not anymore. So we're gonna stay here as long as we move whatever direction north.
So we dropped to 9th, and then we had to work really hard over the last day with low wind, managed to claw our way back to 5th. We're now battling with Perseverance for 5th position. They're on the other side of this Japanese island, Okinawa. Hoping we come out in the front, pointing at a slightly higher angle than they are.
So the new position report just come in, and we've done very well during the night. We have passed Perseverance, and we have passed Punta and up to 4th place. Woo! So good work. Everybody worked really, really well. Excellent.
It's going to be upwind for the next 2 days, really rough conditions, choppy waters, high waves, military boats. So yeah, going through a lot.
We've had some lovely sailing today, but the big thing today is we've decided to use our stealth mode. We've decided to play this because there's a big wind hole coming. Again, we want to try and find our way through it without anyone knowing where we're going. So if we can get through that without stopping the boat, and if no one knows where we are, hopefully we can get our big downwind sails up before anyone else, and hopefully get a little bit of progress and sneak off into the distance. That will be really nice, and head home up to Qingdao.
It is day 9, really lovely morning. But that's not the only thing. We are the 3rd place now, really good.
Been sailing with Perseverance, who have been 3rd all through the nights, and recently in the last few hours we've overtaken them. We're about a mile ahead of them. So our last tactic of the race is to do with this wind hole that's coming in. It's moving north to south. Our plan is to stay south of it to avoid the absolute zero winds. You come out the other side and put the kite up and go home.
Going through a wind hole, doing about 3 knots. Looks like the other boat went more west, where there will be more wind. So they may already be out on the other side of the wind hole.
A very tough day here on board Yacht Club Punta del Este. Our tactics didn't pay off at all. We managed to sail away, and now we are in 10th. When you think things cannot get worse, they can certainly do.
It's all to play for now because it's very, very close. It's just who can get this wind first. We've put the bigger sails up, our biggest spinnaker sail. So our speed's increased by about 2 knots at this point. So it's looking quite good if we can hold this.
UNICEF for about 4 miles, off our port, and they're about 2 miles close to the finish at the minute. So we're on our final push now to bring Qingdao home.
So here we are in the last day of racing. So we dropped to the 10th place. It was very painful for the team and for myself. Like you need to do in life, you push through. We just sailed really fast, overtaking fishing vessels all the time.
UNICEF's about 7 miles ahead of us, and we're pushing hard on our last night to catch them. It's a battle between second and third.
We only have 0.44 miles to go now. We are about to cross the finish line, finally.
We're crossing the line.
We're the line! Another one in the book. All right.
Long way down!
Qingdao! Qingdao! Qingdao!
From positions from first to third to ninth to third, finished a very, very respectable third. A lot of hard work went into that.
Stoked with it, super happy. We're on the podium in our home port. Can't ask for a lot more than that, you know.